after Israelite nut day. You hear nut, Israelite nut after Israelite nut. The chip, you can't buy or sell. You can't buy or sell. What is their plan of action? You hear nut, Israelite nut after Israelite nut. The chip, you can't buy or sell. You can't buy or sell. What is their plan of action? You hear nut, Israelite nut after Israelite nut. The chip, you can't buy or sell. You can't buy or sell. What is their plan of action?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 20. And it reads, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth 100% securely. And I'd like to give a salutation to the Akim and Aqua who are listening and studying to show ourselves approved. This is your brother Bayan from the Tulsa, Oklahoma, Hebrew Israelite Camp, coming back to you with another quick lesson. And as you can see in the opening clip, that was the false prophet Bishop Nate, and and that was one of his antics on what the mark of the beast is. Okay, and clearly the prophecy is speaking loud and clear, and all around the world, their country is lining themselves up and preparing for the mark of the beast. Okay, and so it's obvious to this point where this guy, he's still going to keep pushing that narrative that the mark of the beast is sin and so on and so forth. And why is he doing that? And because my Octave Yasharala just did a lesson on Bishop Nate, and Bishop Nate admitted pretty much he admitted that he had the 501c3, and then he also told on himself in that clip where he basically talking about the process of him trying to find a church for his ministry. Okay, and we know through the scriptures. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Bear with me for a minute. Let's go get that. All right, so this is the book of Acts, the 17th chapter, right? Because it said, Yahweh that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hand, neither is worship with man's hand, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life and breath and all things, and have made of one blood all nations of man, for to dwell on all the faces of the earth, and have determined the time before appointed and the bounds of their habitation, that they should seek the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, if happily they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. All right. And so, but the point would be in verse 24, and that clip, when my Octave Yasharala did his lesson, he basically admitted to the process of him trying to find a church. Okay, and the scripture clearly what you got to read in the Acts 17th chapter and 24th verse is that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua do not dwell in temples made by hand. All right, and so what that means is that you must get out to the church. All right, get out to the churches, because that's not where the light is. Hence the first precept that we read in Isaiah the 8th chapter and the 20th verse. It reads, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Okay, there is no light, meaning the light of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have not given that individual the knowledge. Okay, or in this case, Bishop Nate, he once had the knowledge, but it was stripped from him. Okay, and this is why you're seeing him waxing worse and worse. Okay, and so in this lesson, I just got a couple of articles that's just going to further prove that the mark of the beast is the RFIDCHIP. And pretty much in this article, which is what the title of this article most likely be the latest CBDC launch. Okay, there's a country called Kazakhstan, if I said it right, they basically launched their CBDC. Okay, and when I saw that article, it pretty much prompted me to um, look up all the country that already have launched their CBDC, and this is the one of the latest news. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this article, and we're just gonna close it out. All right, so here we go. Right here, this is a article from Watcher.guru, and as you see the title of it, it says Kazakhstan officially launched CBDC, and the CBDC stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. So this is the latest country that launched, they're pretty much a digital currency. All right, Kazakhstan. Reading the article, it says Kazakhstan officially launched very own central bank digital currency, the digital tens. And indeed, Kazakhstan National Payment Corporation has seen its chairman Banur Zalanov, if I said it right, make the first official transaction with the currency, according to local news outlet. Zalanov spoke on the it says X1, but it's basically 11 Congress of Finance, and this is how you know we're living in a revived Roman Empire, because right here in this article they're actually using Roman numeral, which is pretty much the Roman numbers. So that's actually 11 Congress of Finances in Almaty on Wednesday, and it said where he paid with a debit card that was connected to a CBDC account. Additionally, he promised massive platform development as the CBDC move into 2024. Right, and so that was just a short clip, and that was just a short news to show you that Esau Edom, pretty much specifically elite bankers, they are gearing up, they are preparing for this market of beast to be made alive. In order for them to get people to get that charagma, which is that RFID they have to create a system in order to accept that charagma. Okay, and this is what they're doing right here. They're getting all these countries to launch their own version of CBDC. That way you can pretty much be within the B system. You ultimately you'll be worshiping the B system. Okay. And real quick, we go ahead and get the list of all the countries that have already launched their own CBDC. So this is a article on Wikipedia. All right, and it said the recent history of central bank digital currency has been marked by continuous exploration and development. Over 100 countries have actively engaged in CBDC research in June 2023, with 11 countries, territories, or currency union have launched CBDC, and 21 implementing pilot program by October 23. Okay, and so well, let's see what it means by a pilot program real quick. Okay, a pilot experiment, pilot study, pilot test, or pilot project is a small-scale preliminary study conducted to evaluate feasibility, duration, cost, adverse events, and improve upon the study design prior to performance of full-scale research project. So there's 21 other countries that are basically testing this CBDC out, and so more than likely they're going to have their own CBDC as well too, central bank digital currency. All right, and so in this article right here in Wikipedia, they have a list of all the countries that have already launched it. Okay, Bahama, Brazil, China, Eastern Caribbean, Ecuador, European Union, France and Switzerland, Ghana, India, Indonesia, Iran, Jamaica, Myanmar, Nigeria, New Zealand, Norway, Russia, Singapore, Sweden, Turkey, Ukraine, United Kingdom, she said United Kingdom, United States, Uruguay, if I said that right. And so all of these are let me see what the reference say. So those are all the countries that pretty much launched their own CBDC. All right, and so which is pretty much lines up perfectly with the scriptures. All right, we gonna get that in the Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right, and so what we always bring out in Revelation chapter 13, well, we can start at verse 11. All right, and this is the vision of John the Revelator, right? This Revelation 13 and 11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay? And those two horns is pretty much, it represents the two political parties, Democratic and Republican. And then he said he spake as a dragon, which ultimately goes into the lie that they spread. Okay? And then it says in verse 12, and he said, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. Okay? This is why we say the revived Roman Empire. That was the first beast before this current beast, which is America, aka Babylon the Great. And it said, and he causes the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose daddy was healed. All right, and so, and this is how they're going to cause the earth to worship the beast by this system this AI system that they're setting up, CBDC, central bank digital currency. And he said, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. And it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Okay, and those recent reports, when you go into those reports about the RFID CHIP, it talks about how those miracles is talking about if you get this device, especially if you're an individual that have paralysis or so on and so forth, if you're a person that are paralyzed or something like that, if you get this device, then this device can help you walk again, okay, by means of those miracles. That's what it's talking about, okay. A person that was pretty much a vegetable state, and now he's able to walk again, or a person that was blind, so on and so forth. They're going to use any and everything just to get people to worship the beast by getting this mark, okay. And it said, reading on in verse 14, it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by sword and did live. In verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And how do you have power of giving life to the image of the beast? Is by setting up this CBDC program. All of these countries, they have their CBDC program, and that's giving life to the image of the beast. Therefore, when that system is up and running, then that mark can be implemented to where you can pretty much make transactions for it. Okay, that'll be exactly what's getting ready to happen. That's the whole cycle, the process. Okay, so reading verse 15 again from the top, and he said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, and that's what's gonna happen, because you're gonna have people out here, especially the true prophet, the hopeful elect, us men in the truth, who pretty much speaking against this RFID CHIP. We're telling you not to get it. Most likely, there's gonna be a threat. There's gonna be a bounty for our lives. They're gonna try to take us out. Okay, they see us as a threat for this system that they're trying to implement. All right, in verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and then in verse 16 in the NLT version, right, it says, he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on their right hand or their forehead. In verse 17, it says, and no one could buy or sell anything without that mark. Okay, and it's plain and simple to today, man. It's straight cut and dry, to the point where it makes no sense for you to believe that RFID, the mark of the beast, is sin. Okay, how can you buy and sell by saying you committed sin? Okay, all of these other things besides the RFID CHIP just make no sense. I even had conversation. People think it's a cell phone. I mean, we already got the cell phone, right? And I mean, I can see why they say it. You know, they say market beats to the cell phone, but it's not the cell phone, man, because it has to be in your hand, okay, and in your forehead, all of that, so on and so forth. But basically, it's something. It's a device that they want to have total control over you. All right, you can dish your cell phone, you can lose your cell phone tomorrow, and Esau Edom ain't gonna know where you at. So it makes more sense for the RFID to be implemented because they want total control. Okay, they want to know your whereabouts, they want to know your medical record, and so on and so forth. And this is why they're gonna issue that device, and this is why they're gonna kill people if you don't go along with this device. Okay, because in their mind it's like if you're not going along with this system that we created, then you worthless to us. So you might as well we see you as trash. Okay. All right. So reading verse 17 again from the top on the KJV, it says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666." Okay. And that's pretty much ultimately the latest news on that the country that pretty much launched their own CBDC, that their program, okay, which is all gonna lean towards the RFID. Everybody have to have it in order to participate in the economy that's getting ready to be in the near future. All right, so this is a fair warning. You ain't gotta believe, you don't have to, but you can't say you haven't heard the word, man. So Lord willing, is edifying. With that, we give all praise and honor to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh, by Shem Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth 100% securely. Shalom, DTA, Ababa Ball, Kwame Yashuala.